still remember the last time you smiled at me. Morning light was on your face, like nothing could ever change. You reached for my hand so gently and whispered that we'd be okay. Your eyes were full of quiet dreams. Your laughter filled the room. I never knew that beautiful moment would disappear so soon. If I had known that smile would become a memory, I would have held it a little longer. The last time you smiled at me felt like forever in a single heartbeat. I didn't know that forever could end that easily. Now every photograph carries a piece of yesterday. I'm still searching for the girl who smiled at me that way. The seasons kept on changing, but my heart stayed where you were. Every road I walk reminds me of words I never heard. I still leave the window open, like you'll come home someday. But even the wind knows you've already drifted away. If love could turn one page back in time, I'd stay inside that single smile forever. The last time you smiled at me was the last time the world felt complete. You looked at me like love would never leave. Now every sunset paints your name across the sky. But memories don't answer, no matter how hard I try. Maybe we were never meant to stay forever. Maybe every beautiful story has its final chapter still. If I could relive just one single moment, I'd choose the last time you smiled at me. The last time you smiled at me still echoes inside my soul. The warmth in your eyes is the only home I know. Though you've become a chapter I can't rewrite, that smile will always be the brightest light inside my life. Sometimes forever lasts only one smile. The last time you smiled at me. I believe forever would last a little longer. We build a home inside our hearts with little dreams and borrowed time. Every promise felt unbreakable. Every sunrise looked like a sign. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like it had always belonged. I never imagined forever could disappear before the song. I held tomorrow like it was already ours, never knowing some stars burn too fast. Our forever was too short, like summer fading into rain. We had a lifetime in our hearts, but only moments to remain. I still hear your voice in every silent room I find. You became my sweetest memory. The time could never rewind. The pictures never learned to fade, but somehow we both did. I keep finding little pieces of the life we almost lived. Your sweater still hangs by the door, your coffee cup still waits. Even empty spaces whisper the love we couldn't save. If I could borrow just one more yesterday, I'd stay beside you and never walk away. Our forever was too short, but every second still survives, hidden inside every heartbeat, keeping your love alive. Though the world keeps turning, my heart still stands where you were. Some goodbyes never end, they simply learn to hurt. Maybe forever was never measured by the years. Maybe it lives inside the love we shared. Even if time couldn't let us stay, I'll carry your forever every single day. Our forever was too short, but beautiful enough to last. Every smile you gave me still outshines the past. If love leaves echoes, then mine will always call your name, because forever wasn't long enough to love you the way I came. Some loves never truly end, they simply become forever inside our hearts. Sometimes my heart still lives in yesterday. I walk the streets we used to know, like time forgot to move. Every corner holds a memory, every breeze still carries you. The coffee shop is still the same, your favorite seat still waits. But all that's left beside me now are conversations with the rain. People tell me time can heal everything, but time never brought you back. I still wait for yesterday, when your hand was holding mine, when forever felt so easy, and love outran the hands of time. picture smiles across the room, like nothing ever changed. But every year that passes by makes your silence feel more strange. I still wear the little necklace you gave me in the spring, because it's the closest thing I have to everything we dreamed. If memories could open every door, I'd run back without looking behind. I still wait for yesterday, where your laughter filled the air, where goodbye had never happened and I never knew despair. Simply learn to hide the pain. Maybe someday I'll stop chasing shadows. Maybe someday my tears will finally rest. But until that morning comes, I'll keep loving the girl who believed yesterday would last forever. I still wait for yesterday, where your eyes still looked at me like I was your whole world, like we were always meant to be. Though today keeps moving forward, my heart quietly stays behind, because yesterday still holds the happiest version of my life. Yesterday still feels like home. And somehow I'm still waiting. Love didn't disappear, it simply stopped calling my name. You used to memorize every little thing about me, the color on my favorite sky, the dreams I couldn't see. You'd kiss my forehead softly before the world would wake. Now your silence says much more than words could ever say. I kept asking if everything was alright. You kept smiling, but your heart had already gone. You loved me until you didn't, until forever lost its meaning, until your eyes stopped finding mine, like I was worth believing. You loved me until you didn't, without a warning, without a sound. One day I was your whole world, the next I couldn't be found. Your side of the bed grew colder, the nights became so long. We kept pretending nothing changed, while everything went wrong. I searched inside your heartbeat for the girl who used to stay, but somewhere between hello and goodbye, she quietly slipped away. I his mind? Was it one moment or 1,000 little nights? You loved me until you didn't, until our future lost its place, until the warmth inside your arms became an empty space. You loved me until you didn't, and I never learned the reason why. Some endings don't arrive with storms, they disappear like fading light. Maybe love doesn't always break. Maybe sometimes it slowly forgets how to stay. And maybe the hardest goodbye is watching someone stop loving you while they're still beside you. You love me until you didn't, but I loved you through it all, through every silent evening, through every unseen fall. Now I carry every memory like stars inside the night. You loved me until you didn't, and I still love you sometimes. Some hearts leave long before they say goodbye. You loved me until you didn't. Some endings never needed words, they simply happened. You folded up our memories like letters in a drawer. We still shared the same four walls, but not our hearts anymore. Your eyes stopped looking for mine. Across the evening light, we learned how to live together without holding each other tight. No broken glass, no final fight, just two hearts growing quiet every night. The goodbye we never spoke was the loudest sound I heard. You walked away without leaving, without saying one single word. Love faded into silence like colors into the rain. Sometimes forever ends without explaining anything. I still made your morning coffee, you still asked if I was fine, but somewhere between those little moments you stopped calling me mine. I watched the distance growing, one heartbeat at a time, until your smile became a stranger's smile. I kept believing we were just tired, while love was already saying goodbye. The goodbye we never spoke still echoes through my soul. No last kiss, no closing door, just empty spaces where forever used to grow. this goodbye is the hardest one to live without. No goodbye still became goodbye. Goodbye. Somewhere between hello and goodbye, we lost each other. We used to finish every sentence before the words were ever said. Now we're strangers sharing silence on opposite sides of the bed. The little things we always cherished slowly slipped beyond our view. I kept reaching for forever, while forever let go of you. There wasn't one goodbye, no single broken day, just tiny pieces of our love drifting away. Somewhere between us, love forgot its way. Somewhere between forever, we became yesterday. You were standing beside me, but already far away. Somewhere between our hearts, you stopped choosing to stay. Favorite song still plays at night, but you no longer sing along. Even laughter sounds different when the feeling's gone. I still know your favorite coffee, the sweater that you always wore, but knowing everything about you couldn't make you love me anymore. I searched your eyes for the girl I knew, but all I found was someone passing through. Somewhere between us, the colors disappeared. Every promise slowly faded. Every dream became unclear. I kept believing love could find its way back home, but somewhere between us I ended up alone. Maybe we tried with tired hearts, maybe life pulled us apart, or maybe love doesn't always leave with a storm. Sometimes it quietly forgets how to bloom. Somewhere between us, I'll always leave a light for the memories that still hold me every night. Though your heart found another place to be, a part of mine will always live somewhere between us. Some distances can't be measured, they're only felt inside the heart. always, it was always you. The porch light still burns every night, like it's waiting for your keys. Your favorite sweater hangs untouched, just where you used to leave it. I still hear your footsteps in every quiet room, but echoes are the only ones who ever come back home. I kept believing I've remembered every road, but somehow you forgot the one that led to us. You forgot the way home, even though I left the door unlocked. I stayed right where you left me, while your heart kept moving on. You forgot the way home, to the girl who knew your soul. Some journeys never lose their map, but some hearts never return. I still make too much coffee out of old familiar habits. I still save your side of the bed, though I know you'll never have it. The flowers by the window bloom every single spring, but seasons can't convince my heart to stop remembering. Maybe love didn't lose its direction. Maybe you simply chose another road. You forgot the way home, where our laughter used to live, where every ordinary moment felt like everything. You forgot the way home, without ever saying goodbye, leaving only empty hallways filled with memories and time. If home is where your heart belongs, then maybe you were already gone long before you walked away. And maybe I was the only one still waiting by the light. You forgot the way home, but I'll always remember where we began. The little dreams, the quiet nights, the warmth inside your hands. Though another life may now be calling you, this heart will always know the way back home. Some doors stay open forever, even when no one comes back. We stayed long after love had already gone. We still sat across the table, sharing quiet evening meals, speaking words that sounded normal, hiding everything we felt. Your smile became a habit, mine became a disguise. We looked like we were together, but loneliness filled our eyes. No one noticed the silence growing deep, because broken hearts can still fall asleep side by side. Love left before we did, long before the final goodbye. Our hearts packed up in secret while we kept asking why. Love left before we did, leaving echoes in our home. We were only two shadows trying not to be alone. The pictures on the hallway still remembered better days, while we kept pretending nothing had changed. I reached for your hand one evening, out of old familiar ways. You held it for a moment, then quietly pulled away. Sometimes endings don't slam the door, they simply stop opening it anymore. Love left before we did, before the tears finally came, before forever lost its meaning, before we forgot our names. Love left before we did, without anger or regret, just a slow disappearing neither of us could prevent. Maybe love doesn't always shatter. Maybe it slowly becomes a photograph, beautiful still, but no longer alive. Love left before we did, yet I'll always remember the light, the laughter in our kitchen, the way you held me every night. Even if forever ended quietly in our home, a part of me will always love the place where we once belonged. Sometimes people stay long after love has gone. Some stories never became forever, but they never left me. We almost found a little house with flowers by the gate. We almost picked our wedding song. We almost changed our names. We almost watched the years go by, with wrinkles hand in hand. But life rewrote our story before it ever began. Strange how almost can live forever inside one heart. I remember every almost, every dream we couldn't hold, every promise left unfinished, every story left untold. I remember every almost, like pages I still read, because the love that almost happened still feels alive to me. I still pass that little bookstore where we'd lose track of time. I still hear your favorite playlist playing softly in my mind. The cafe by the river still saves the evening light, but now it's only memories keeping me there tonight. Maybe forever was never ours to keep, but somehow the almost never fall asleep. I remember every almost, every kiss we almost shared, every goodbye left unfinished, every moment that was there. I remember every almost, even though you've moved along, because the quietest memories always stay the longest. If life had chosen differently, maybe we'd be watching sunsets from the same front porch. Maybe I'd still be your favorite hello instead of your unfinished story. I remember every almost, not because I can't move on, but because those little moments helped me become who I am. Some loves never become forever, yet somehow they become the memories that never fade. Not every love gets a happy ending, but every almost leaves a beautiful memory. I don't miss who we became. I miss who we were. There was a time your laughter could brighten every room. You'd reach for me without thinking, like flowers reaching the moon. We danced inside the kitchen, barefoot on the wooden floor. Back when forever sounded like something we were sure of. Every picture still remembers us, even if we forgot ourselves. We were beautiful once, like sunlight on the sea, like songs that never ended, like everything we dreamed. We were beautiful once, before silence learned our names, before love slowly Your voice feels like a memory, carried softly by the wind. I still hear it every evening when the night settles in. Our little apartment echoes with stories left behind. The walls still know the version of you that lives inside my mind. Some endings never erase the beauty, they only teach us how precious it was. We were beautiful once, before goodbye found our door, before two hopeful hearts couldn't hold on anymore. We were beautiful once, and maybe that's enough, because even broken memories were built from honest love. If I could return to just one ordinary day, I'd choose the mornings when your sleepy smile made the whole world feel safe. Not to change the ending, only to thank you for every beautiful moment we shared. We were beautiful once, and no one can take that away. The seasons changed our story, but never what we gave. Though we're only strangers, walking different roads, a part of my heart will always smile when it remembers how beautiful we were. Some loves don't last forever, but they'll always be beautiful.